Hey everybody, welcome back to Muck Club. Today we are at Burger King, located at 227 Pike Street in Marietta, Ohio. So I just went through the drive-thru and we're going to try some new items there today. I don't know exactly when these were released, but they're new to me. We're trying the BK Royal Crispy Wraps, and they're available in 3 flavors, and we've got one of each today. The classic, spicy, and the honey mustard. They're made with crispy white meat chicken, tomato, lettuce, and a soft tortilla, and they cost $2.99 each at participating restaurants. And the ones that we got here today are $2.99 each. So I got one of each. I got one of the classic, the spicy, and the honey, and the honey mustard. And I also got an extra of the classic because I don't want to do the spicy first, because I don't want that to dilute my taste buds. I want to try the other ones before that one. But regular viewers know I'm not a huge fan of spicy foods. And so I was thinking ahead that trying the spicy one today, I don't want that to be the last thing I eat. And so I ordered an extra of the classic so that after I'm done eating the classic and then the honey mustard, then the spicy one, then I've got the other classic wrap to go ahead and wash out the flavor of the spicy, which I'm going into this prejudging it, saying I'm probably not going to care for the spicy one that much, but I wanted to try it for the sake of the review. And those of you that like spicy foods, you may like it more than I do. So we got one of each of those. I'll go ahead and describe each one. The classic wrap comes with crispy white meat chicken, juicy tomato, crisp lettuce, and a royal sauce, all wrapped in a soft tortilla. So the one that makes this distinctive is the royal sauce. Then they've got the spicy royal crispy wrap, and it's the same thing, except it's got the white meat chicken, tomato, lettuce, and the royal sauce on a soft tortilla. Plus, this is what makes it different, it's got a triple pepper fiery glaze. And that's probably what I'm not going to care for, but those of you that enjoy the spicy foods, that's what it's there for. And then finally, they've got the honey mustard crispy chicken wrap. And it is, once again, the crispy white meat chicken, tomato, lettuce, and honey mustard sauce this time, all wrapped in a soft tortilla. So that's what we got for those. And then also, as sides, I decided to try their cheesy tots. I've never tried those before. And they've got 2 different options. You can get the 4-piece for $1.69, or the 8-piece for $2.69. I went ahead and got the 8-piece because they look pretty small. I figure 8 pieces will go pretty quick. Then they got the classic mozzarella fries, and I'm trying those today too. And they've got the 4-piece for $2.19, or the 8-piece for $4.19. And I went ahead and got the 8-piece. So that's what we're doing today. We're getting the 3 crispy wraps, which would include the classic, the spicy, and the honey mustard. And then we've also got their cheesy tots and classic mozzarella fries. All right, so that's what we got on the menu today. Let's go ahead and open them up. I'll go ahead and go through the prices real quick. I already told you those. $2.99 each for the wraps, $2.69 for the 8-piece cheesy tots, and $4.19 for the 8-piece mozzarella fries, for a total of $18.84. So, price-wise, this total is on par with what I typically get in one of these mukbangs, where it should be about that much would fill me up for a meal. So, we're going to go ahead and try it and see what we got. So, here we got the marinara sauce, and this is for the marinara fries. Looks like they gave 2 of those. I guess this is the marinara fries. It comes in this cute little box. And then this must be the cheesy tots. Yep. Cheesy tots. See the little tots in there. And then the wraps. Boy, these are small. Okay, this one looks like it's got an F on it. That might be the fiery. And that's an F or an H. Honey mustard. I'll bet it's this way. Fiery, honey mustard. Their F's and H's look very similar. And this one's a classic. And that's a classic. So I'm going to set this one aside. And I'm going to hold these up for a thumbnail. So you got the 3 wraps. The cheesy Tots. And the mozzarella fries. Get a good grip on these. There we go. All right, so hopefully we got a good thumbnail there. I'll upload that later for the official video. Okay, so before we get to the wraps, let's start with the sides. Okay, I'm going to set these over here. Start with the cheesy Tots. Here's what they look like. About the diameter of a quarter, maybe 50-cent piece. I'd say closer to a quarter, about the size of a quarter. And probably about 4 times the thickness. It's a nice little size Tot there. Okay, not really cheesy. The breading on the outside's okay. It's got a nice crunch to it. There we go. The inside is like potato, so that's where you get the Tots. And it's got a slight color to it. Just a slight off-white, little yellowish color. So you don't have any creamy cheese in there like I was kind of expecting. But it more along the lines of a flavored potato. The potato is a little bit cheesy flavor. So that's disappointing. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good. But I was hoping that it would be like a liquid cheese inside of it, that completely filled with it. You have the potato on the inside, but also an injection of the liquid creamy cheese. You don't have any of that at all. It's all potato. And the potato is flavored with the cheese flavor. So it's okay. Would I get them again? Yeah. They're enjoyable. What's the price on those again? $2.69 for 8 of these little bites. It's a bit much. I'd say maybe $2 for an 8-piece in today's economy would be reasonable. But then again, the way prices are these days, I suppose it's comparable. They do have a good flavor. I tell you what, if they were to redesign these and inject it with a pocket of that creamy cheese in there, so that when you bite into it, the cheese almost kind of runs out like a liquid. I'd get those all the time for $2.69. But these, they're good. I'll give them a 6 out of 10. Now they're all gone. So they go pretty quick for $2.69. All right. Like I said, the breading's crispy on the outside. It's got a good flavor. No complaints. All right, let's try the marinara fries. Here's what they look like. Oh boy. A lot of... See those spots on there? I don't know, is that oregano or what? But looks good. It smells good. Okay. Inside's just a plain marinara cheese. Just kind of like you'd get a marinara cheese stick from the grocery store, from the deli section. Outside, it's got that breading. That breading's got good flavor to it. It's not real crunchy. Real solid. Seasoned really well. Now let's open up one of these marinara sauces. There we go. And it peels back, just like that. Here's what your marinara sauce looks like. Okay, we'll go ahead and dip it. Fire department. Quick prayer. Dear Lord, please be with whoever's in emergency right now. Help the responders to get there quickly and take care of the needs of whoever's in trouble. In Jesus' name, amen. All right. Marinara is a little bit sweet for my taste. Yeah. This definitely isn't Prego or Ragu. It's got kind of a ketchup-y flavor. Real sweet and sugary. Very sweet. Yeah, I'm not a fan of their marinara sauce. It's not horrible. But I like my marinara to be a little bit less sweet. Okay, I'm going to use this one cup, and I'm not going to use the other one. Because really the marinara, I think, takes away from the flavor of these fries. Got a little bit of nice cheese pull on that one. All right, the rest of these I'm going to eat without the marinara. A little bit dry. It needs the marinara. But again, that marinara is just a little bit too sweet for my taste. I'm torn because this breading has a real good flavor to it without the marinara. And dipping it in the marinara really takes away from that oregano, little spots on it that give it that nice distinctive flavor. At the same time, it's too dry. It needs some kind of sauce. So my recommendation to Burger King is to maybe redesign your marinara. Make it a little bit less sweet. Okay, see, now it's got the nice moisture to it that it so desperately needs. But I could do without that flavor of the marinara. Here's a suggestion. Go to your local grocery store. Get you a small jar of some marinara sauce with your favorite flavor, your favorite brand. And dip these in that. Then you've got a hit. Really good flavor to the breading, but the marinara is too sweet. All right, last one. By the way, I'm recording today's live stream on my new camera. Shout out to Joel and Eli, 2 viewers who sent me a donation. And thank you guys. Using the funds that you guys sent me in your donation, I was able to get this new camera. So thank you very much. So now I can do the live stream now without the phone overheating. Excuse me. So I appreciate you guys. And so, Joel and Eli, you're officially the sponsor for today's video. Although I don't do sponsorships. Yeah, I try to keep it real on here. No paid sponsorships or anything like that. But thank you for your donation. And if any of you others want to go ahead and donate, there'll be a link in the description where you can do that if you'd like. But it's not necessary. I just appreciate you guys being viewers. The best thing you can do for me is to subscribe and turn on your notifications so you know whenever we add new content. By the way, our biggest show on this channel is Light Side Music Reactions. It's the most popular, and so I do it 3 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, where I react to some of your favorite songs and artists. So if you guys have any suggestions for music that you'd like to see me react to, put those in the comments below. And or in the chat if you're on here live, and I'll get to as many of your requests as I can. But anyway, I was talking to Joel, and he commented about how he liked when I show my tie of the week on the live streams. But today, I've got my hat of the week. This is a new hat that I just got recently. And you can read it there. Man of faith, rooted in Christ. It's got the cross made out of the 3 nails. And then down at the bottom, it's got the roots. So I like the color black, and so I saw this. It was on sale for Father's Day. And I got a couple others that were similar to it. The same color, similar design, but with different sayings on it. But this is the one I'm wearing today. Man of Christ, or man of faith rooted in Christ. So instead of a tie of the week, today it's a hat of the week. Anyway, let's finish this up. On these, I'll give them a 5 out of 10. Because with a little bit of tweaking, these will be really good. But as they are, they're just kind of average. I really like the breading, the flavor that they've got on that, but it's too dry without the sauce to dip it in. But the marinara sauce that they have for you to dip it in is just a little bit too sweet for my taste. So it's kind of like you're caught between a rock and a hard place. Do you dip it in the sauce that makes it too sweet, or do you eat it without the sauce that makes it too dry? And so you're kind of torn between the two. So I'll only give it a 5 stars because of that reason. But if they come up with a different marinara flavor that's a little bit less sweet, then I might bump that up to a 6 or a 7. And or like I said, even if you want to go ahead and get your own jar of marinara from a different source, from a grocery store or something, and try it that way, might be worth it. So $4.19 for an 8-piece of that. Once again, a little bit high, I think, for the 8-piece, but in today's economy, it's comparable, so I can't complain. All right, let's take a quick drink and then move on to the wraps. Okay, so first, I want to start with the classic. And that would be this one right here. I have had their wraps before years ago, but I haven't had them since they came out with their new design. And these look awful small. Ooh, that's not a ranch sauce. I expected that to be a ranch sauce on it. I remember that they used to have the ranch wraps. Those were really good. And they were bigger than these. Look how small that is compared to the size of my hand. There, put down the bottom of the palm. Comes up to the tip of my pinky finger. Those are small. The wraps they had were probably 120% this size, and they were cheaper. See, they're $2.99 a piece for these. Excuse me. $2.99 for one of these. That's too expensive. When they had them before, they were 99 cents for ones that were bigger than this. I know we've got inflation that we're dealing with, but man, that's just crazy. They've shrunk. Shrinkflation is what they call it. Anyway, let's go ahead and try it. Okay. It's not bad. Wait, that tomato's good. Nice, juicy tomato. The wrap isn't grilled very dark. It's just very lightly grilled. See how flaky it is on the ends there? Lettuce seems to be crisp and fresh. See the white meat chicken there? Chicken looks good, nice and thick. The breading has a slight crunch to it, but not really a strong crunch. A little bit light on the sauce, whatever that sauce is they've got on this. Like I said, it's not ranch, it's something different. But I guess it's similar to a ranch flavor. Could use just a little bit more sauce. That chicken tender in there is really good. I'm enjoying it. Well, we got a bunch of birds out today. Throw a little piece out to them. with it like that. A lot of birds. Throwing just little pieces off the edge of my wrap. Don't want to just give one. This is good. I would definitely get this again. I'd give this a 6.5 out of 10. The only problem I have with it is the price. Compared to the way they used to be. But those days are gone. That's a bad thing about inflation, is once the prices go up, they never go back down again. Okay, so the crispy wrap, the classic, 6.5 out of 10. Just could have used just a little bit more of that sauce on it. Okay, now let's go for the honey mustard. And I imagine I'm going to like this one too. Okay, so comparable in size. Very white. The tortilla shell. Nice soft tortilla, fresh. See how fresh that looks? These little birds are just looking at me now. Like you gave me a piece, give me another one. There, all right, I'll tide them over for a little bit. Okay, there we go. Let's try it. Honey mustard wrap. Right off the bat, that tomato is good. Fast food tomatoes are usually hit and miss, but these tomatoes today are very juicy. And look at that white meat chicken. I just wish these were bigger. Okay, there, on the second bite, I got a hint of the honey mustard. Once again, not enough sauce on it. You're just getting a very slight hint of the taste. See, you can't even see any of the sauce on it. There's a little bit of color to it right there in the corner. But they need more sauce. There I got a little bit better taste of the honey mustard. And it's okay. A little bit sweet. There you got a little bit of the sauce. Yeah, their sauces are a little bit sweet for my taste. Their marinara is a little bit too sweet. Their honey mustard is just a little bit too sweet. Not bad. Right there, last bite. Got a good taste of that honey mustard. So that one I'll give a 5.5 out of 10. I like the classic best. And the honey mustard, if I was at a crunch and they didn't have any of the classic, I would go for the honey mustard. It's okay. Okay, now for the adventurous part. We're gonna try the fiery wrap. Now this time, I'm kind of hoping they don't have a lot of sauce on it. And here's what it looks like. Once again, tortilla shell looks exactly the same. See the lettuce and the chicken in there. There's the tomato. All right. Doesn't smell overbearing. Let's try it. Okay. Can barely taste it. The sauce, that is. So it's definitely not overbearing so far. That nice big tomato in there. Okay, so you can taste that little, just a real hint of spice. It's not spicy at all. So this is something I can get into. Real subtle flavor to that spice on it. Which is good for me. And now it's starting to leave just a little bit of an aftertaste in my mouth. But once again, it's not overbearing. In fact, on the description I saw of this, let me see if I can pull this back up. When I was looking up the descriptions online, okay, it says about this wrap, the spicy one. It says some say it's a good choice that packs heat without being too hot. Others consider it a lower calorie alternative to the chain's fiery royal crispy chicken sandwich. So I definitely agree with that. It's got that little bit of heat that you like with your spiciness that you can taste in the aftertaste, but it's definitely not too hot. This is like a mild heat that this has to it. And for for somebody like me that might like the flavor but can't handle heartburn, of course, the overbearing heat of spicy foods, this might be a good alternative. But then those of you that really enjoy the really hot stuff, this isn't going to do anything for you. You're going to think you're just eating a wrap without any sauce on it. I'm going to surprise you here. I gave the classic a 6.5. I gave the honey mustard a 5.5 because the sauce just was a little bit too sweet for me. This one I'm actually going to give a 6. I'm going to rate it higher than the honey mustard, which is very unusual for me because I do like the taste of honey mustard, And I typically don't like the spicy ones, but this isn't very spicy. And their version of the honey mustard here at Burger King is just a little bit too sweet for my taste. So, knock on wood, this is a first time for everything. I'm rating the spicy one a half point higher than the honey mustard. And last bite. And that's it. That's our meal. Not bad at all. If you like white meat chicken, this is good quality white meat chicken they've got on these wraps. Personally, it'd be nice if they're a little bit bigger. I ate 3 wraps there, plus 2 sides. And it's enough to fill me up for now. So, it's just, I remember several years ago, maybe even 10 years or more ago, when they first introduced their wraps, they had some nice big wraps. I think they had the regular wraps for 99 cents that were maybe just slightly bigger than these. And they had those big ones for $1.50, I think, if I remember correctly. And those were amazing. And they had ranch wraps. I don't know what that first one was, that classic, what sauce they've got on there. But it reminded me a little bit of the ranch, but not quite the same. It's something different they've got on there besides the ranch. But I used to love their ranch wraps, those big ones. And if I remember correctly, they also had the honey mustard. And I don't think their honey mustard was as sweet as it is now. So they must have changed the recipe over the years. Anyway, I remember them being fantastic. I loved them. And nowadays, these ones here are okay, but they're not as good as I remember those old ones being. So take that for what it's worth. My review, the Burger King BK Crispy Wraps, the classic, I give 6.5 stars. The fiery, I give 6 stars. The honey mustard, 5.5 stars. The marinara fries, I give a 5.5. Marinara was a little bit too sweet for me, and the fries are too dry without the marinara, but they've got a really good flavor. And finally, the cheesy tots, which I give about a 5. Because while they were good, the taste was good, I expected more. It's basically just a tater tot with breading and slight cheesy flavor to the potato on the inside. And for something called a cheesy tot, I don't just want potato with a cheesy flavor. I want that liquid cheese on the inside to where you bite into it and the cheese runs out into your mouth. That's what I'm looking for. Anyway, that's my review for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. This is our first live stream back since I damaged my phone, my recorder. And so thank you once again to Joel and Eli for your donation. That helped me replace my camera. And so now, hopefully with this new camera, it's an upgrade for me. Hopefully with this new one, I'm not going to run into issues of the camera overheating and shutting off in the middle of the live stream. Here we are, my first stream. We're 40 minutes in, still going strong. I don't feel any heat coming off of it at all. There's no warnings popping up. So it looks like I got a good deal here. So thank you guys. You guys are a lifesaver to the channel. And thanks to those two and their donation, we're able to get back into our weekly Sunday afternoon live streams. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this live stream and my review, hit the like button and comment down below. Give me some suggestions on some other places and some other menus that you'd like me to check out for our Sunday afternoon Muck Club. Also, be sure to come back through the week. Boy, this traffic is great. Traffic's a little bit loud. All right. And so check back through the week. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we drop episodes at 10 a.m. Each day of the Light Side Music Reactions. And if you want me to react to a certain song, go ahead and comment down that. Put that in the comments down below as well. If you have a specific version of the song, for example, you might have a live version. You might have a couple different live versions. And if you have one particular favorite version that you want me to check out, be specific, and maybe even give me a link to the one that you want me to check out if you have it. And I'll get to your suggestions as quickly as I can. But that's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday here on this channel at 10 a.m. We drop a new video. And then back here on Sunday afternoons for Muck Club. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. And we'll see you on Monday. Bye, everybody. God bless.